Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. Students, are you listening me? Please reply so that I can understand whether you are here or not. Okay, good morning, Alina. Good morning, all of you. Are you hearing me very clearly? Walaikum assalam. Okay, now you all are here. So I am going to start my today's lecture. But before that, I want to inform you that from today, your MT1, monthly test 1 are starting, and I hope you have prepared very well for that. Very easy tests will be there. All are MCQs based. So it is very easy for you to choose the correct answer from that. And because of your monthly test, we are not going to start a new topic. We just want to revise the previous topic so that if there is any confusion in any of the topic, then all the confusions will be solved. And I will give you some time at the end of the lecture so that if you have got any problems, any queries, then you will ask. Okay, I think you are understanding everything very clearly. I hope you have prepared all subjects, including English language and English literature. Both are very easy. And I want to tell you one time more that you have to prepare from the book as well as from the copy. Okay, so that there will be no confusions for your or no problems for your monthly test. Now I'm going to start another lecture of English language today. I'm going to give you a review of English language in this week, because on 5th of September your English language monthly test will be there. So I hope that these review lectures will help you in solving any problems or any confusions. Okay, this is lecture number 13. I'm going to start lecture number 13. This is actually the reinforcement lecture, or you can say that revision lecture. This will help you to guide any in any kind of problems. Okay, we are taking three topics here: parts of speech, then articles, and then kinds of noun. I'm going to revise all these topics here, and at the end of the lecture I will give you time to ask me questions about these topics. Okay, now I'm going to start first topic of this lecture. This is parts of speech. You all know that parts of speech are actually the words which are used when we are going to write something or when we are talking with other people. It means during a conversation. And these have different meanings, or these are used in different ways in different parts, or you can say to uh, help in understanding the speech or understanding the writing. There are 9 parts of speech. We have already discussed all these things. This is just a revision. Noun, verb, pronoun, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and then articles. You can see that I have written all the names with the um, capital letters because these are all proper nouns. And you can see that whenever I have completed the statement here, the words, so I have placed a full stop here. You should remember to place a full stop at the end of every sentence, or if there is a um, number of sequence or whatever the names, then you have to also place the full stop here. Now I'm coming to these parts of speech one by one, their description and their examples as well as their definitions. You can say that, but in the short way. So the first is noun. Noun is a name of person, place, animals, or things. You can say that you can see that names of persons, places, animals, or things. Any person, any place, any animal, or anything. Full stop is there again. You can see that. I have written the examples of these all four things. Okay. I have given an example of person, Ali. You can write any other name or simple the name, simply boy, man, girl, women. Okay. Now place, I have written the example Karachi here. You can see that Karachi is a proper noun. Ali is also a proper noun. You can write any other place. You can write the name of the place like Pakistan, like Islamabad, like Lahore, like Safari Park, like Fiesta Water Park, or simply you can see write the names park, river, ocean. For the example of animal, I have written the name of lion here. You can write any other animal, cat, dog, bear, lizard, any insect. Everything comes in the here. Thing, I have written the example of book here. You can write any other thing or any other example, copy, eraser, pencil, mobile phone, TV, all these are things. You can write anything. I hope you have remembered the exercise which I have given you about parts of his speech, that underline the parts of his speech and then find out the different parts of his speech. So I hope you have understood how to do that exercise. Now I come to the next one, verb. Verb, you all know that word which shows an action. It means these are action words. Some examples I have written here: read, write, eat, drink. You can write other examples as well: walk, run, sleep. Okay, these are some of the other examples. Now I come to the next parts of speech. The third one is pronoun. Pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. You all know that pronoun is used in place of a noun, as the name of any person cannot be repeated again and again in uh, a form of composition or anything, or whenever we talk about some person. So we are using the name pronoun here in place of the noun. If you remember, we have done 6 pronouns. These are the persons: first person, second person, and third person. You know that. I, you, he, we, they, she. All these are pronouns. I, we are first persons, you is second person, he, she, and they are third persons. Here you can see that I is used for my name. For example, if I'm talking about myself, you is for other people, we for more than one people, they is also used for more than one people, he is used for male person, and she is used for female persons. Now I come to adjective. Hope you are understanding very clearly everything. Adjective is a word which describes a noun or a pronoun. It means it describes a noun or a pronoun. It means it tells us more about noun or pronoun. It tells us about the qualities of a noun or pronoun, or something else about noun or pronoun. Some examples I have written here: beautiful, this is an adjective; intelligent, enough, 20. If you remember, we have done the kinds of adjectives in which different kinds of adjectives are used. So you can see that here I have used the examples for all the three kinds. Like beautiful and intelligent are the examples of adjective of quality. Enough is the example of adjective of quantity, and 20 is the example of adjective of number. When we will discuss them again, then you will understand more, or I hope you, if you have prepared, then you know very well. I have not given the examples in the form of statements or sentences. You can, I think you are able to use them in different sentences. Now I come to the next parts of speech. Part adverb. The next one is adverb. Verb, word which describes a verb. It means it tells us more about the verb or actions. Some examples I have written here: kindly, near, always, almost. Again, you can see that we have done the kinds of adverbs. So I have given some examples from different kinds of adverbs. Like kindly is an example of adverb of manner. Near is the example of adverb of time. Always is the example of adverb of frequency. And then almost is the example of adverb of degree. Abia Heather, you are making the lines. Please don't disturb the class. Next is preposition. Preposition is another part of speech, and you know that preposition is a word which shows a relation between a noun and a pronoun with another word. It means it is the word which shows the relation between a noun and a pronoun with other words in the sentences. Remember this thing, that it is used before a noun or a pronoun mostly. Some examples are from, with, behind, into. You can see that I have written some of the examples. There are many more prepositions: on, in, off, upon, beside, adjacent. All these are prepositions. These are used in different ways in different sentences. I hope you are understanding very clearly. Next is conjunction. Conjunction is a word which joins two sentences. I hope you remember the exercise, how to join the sentences. Some examples of conjunctions are and, but, because, although. You can see that I have written some of the conjunctions here. Some others are or, either, neither. These are all conjunctions. You can see that I have told you in the previous lectures about the difference between and but, where to use them. Now I come to the last parts of speech, that is interjection. Umema, please don't disturb the class. Interjection is a word which shows sudden feelings. Sudden feelings means whenever we see something, whenever we hear something, there must be some feelings arises, and these are sudden feelings. These feelings must maybe of happiness, maybe of sadness. So these are shown by some words which are here. I have written hurrah, wow. You can see that these two words are showing the feeling of happiness. And I have written some more words here, alas, oh. These are the words which are showing the feeling of sadness. Now I come to the next topic, that is articles. I hope you are understanding very clearly. The second topic which I'm going to discuss here is articles. There are two kinds of articles. I hope you all know that there are two kinds of articles, main two kinds: indefinite article and definite article. Remember this thing, indefinite articles are again of two types, a and an. Okay, these are the two indefinite articles, but there is only one definite article, that is the. Now I am going to discuss some of the uses of indefinite articles here. Okay. Indefinite article A. First of all, I'm going to discuss the uses of indefinite article A. It is used before a consonant. I hope you all know that what is a consonant. It is used before that. For example, you can see that I have written here an example. I take a glass of milk daily. You see that I have written the everything in italics, and but I have written the example or the actual word in the straight form. I take a glass of milk daily. You can see that glass is, the word glass starts with a consonant, that is G. So I have written A here. Another use of indefinite article is it is used before a vowel with a consonant sound. I have told you this use of indefinite article, that it is used before a vowel with a consonant sound. It means, like here you can see that we study in a university. Varda, Hania, Umema, don't disturb the class. You can see that we study in a university is used before university. Word starts with U is a vowel, but you can see that when we pronounce it, it gives a consonant sound, university. That means it is giving us Y sound, U, university. So it is giving a sound of a consonant. Because of that, I have written A here. Okay. Now I'm going to continue it. I'm going to tell you about the use of indefinite article and indefinite article. I have told you there are two kinds of indefinite articles, a and an. So I have given you uh, the uses. I have told you the uses of the indefinite article a. Now I'm coming to indefinite article an. An is used before a vowel. This is the simplest use of an, that it is used before a vowel. Like you can see here is an example. He eats an apple. Apple, you can see that the word apple starts with a, that is a vowel. So we have used an here. Now there is another use of indefinite article and it is just opposite of a, used before a consonant with a vowel sound. Here you can see that it is used with the consonant, but those consonants which give a vowel sound. I have written an example here. She is an honest lawyer. She is an honest lawyer. You can see that an is used before the word honest. You can see that it has been started with a consonant word, that is H. But you can see that H is silent here and it gives the sound of a vowel, that is honest, O. It is giving a sound of vowel. So I have placed an before it. You have to keep all these things in mind whenever you are using articles to do any exercise or to do your test. Hope you are understanding everything clearly now. There is another article which is called definite article. It has only one kind, that is the. So I want to tell you about the use of definite article here. It is used before proper nouns. Before proper nouns means all the nouns which are particular names. Here you can see that I have given the example. The sun is a star. You can see that sun is only one. It is a proper noun. And you also know that we always write the name of proper nouns with capital letter. You can see that I have written the word sun with the capital S. Here you can see that I have placed the before it because it is a proper noun. The sun is a star. And you can see that whenever I have completed the statements, I have placed full stop every time. I have seen your copies that you forgot to write the full stop at the end of a statement. So please be careful about that. Now, next use of definite article the is it is used before superlative degree of adjectives. Remember that superlative degree, not the positive degree, not the comparative degree, but the superlative degree. Superlative degree, that means the third degree of adjectives. Here you can see that I have written the example here. Ali is the most obedient student. You can see that most obedient. Most obedient is the superlative degree of adjective. The actual adjective is obedient, which is the positive degree. Then the comparative degree, more obedient. And the third one is the superlative degree, which is most obedient. So you can see that I have placed the, that is the definite article, before the superlative degree of the adjective. Ali is the most obedient student. I hope you have understood these two topics very clearly, parts of speech and articles. Okay. I will give you some time at the end of the lecture so that you will ask the questions about anything which you want to ask about the today's topics, mostly about your monthly test. If you have any queries about the working, you can ask anything here at the end of the lecture. I will give you some time. Hope you have understood parts of speech and articles. Now I want to come to the third topic of today's lecture, that is kinds of noun. I have told you that noun is the name of person, place, animal or thing. It means whenever there is a name of person, whenever there is a name of place, whenever there is a name of thing, or whenever there is a name of animal, you should understand that it is a noun. Okay. There are 5 kinds of noun. Remember that there are 5 kinds of noun: common noun, proper noun, collective noun, abstract noun, and material noun. Now you can see that I have written their names with the capital letters. It means these are all proper nouns actually, because these are names. Hania Rahim, you are again disturbing the class. Please don't disturb. These are the names of some particular kinds, and because of that, these all are proper nouns. So I have written their names with the capital letters. Okay, you can see common noun, CNN, proper noun, PNN, collective noun, CNN, abstract noun, I have written ANN capital, material noun, MNN capital. Remember, whenever we write the heading or we write the particular name of some things, then we write always with the capital letter. So I'm going to discuss these kinds one by one. Now the first kind is common noun. Common noun is the name of general persons, places or things. Okay. You can say that any person, any place or anything is a common noun. Some examples are here. I have written some examples of person like boy. You can write any other person, girl, mother, father, lady, gentleman. All these are persons and these are common nouns. Okay. Teacher, principal, man, women. Okay. All these are examples of persons and these are actually the common nouns because I have not given them any particular name. Now you can come to the next example, that is place. School, I have given the example, the most common for you. School, home, house, park, ocean, river, mall. All these are the general places. And because of that, these are all common nouns. Next, take the word thing. I have written here the example of copy. You can write any other examples. You can understand that window, door, chair, cabinet, telephone, mobile, remote, everything is general, so these are common nouns. Now I come to the second kind of noun, that is proper noun. Proper noun is the name of particular persons, places or things. It means whenever we give some particular names to some persons or places or things. Whenever we give some particular name, or these are particular or these are only one, you can say that. Now some examples are person Ali. You can see that I have given a proper name to a person, so, or particular name to a person, so it is, he is a proper noun. Sara, Sana, Aisha, Amjad, Asad, all these are proper nouns. Like I'm giving you the examples of some places, the proper nouns or the particular places: Pakistan, Saudi Arab, Indonesia, Turkey, Malaysia, London, New York. Okay, these are all. Pakistan International Airport. These are all proper nouns because the a particular name has been given to all these places. Now I'm coming to the things which are proper nouns, like sun, like moon, like earth. Okay, these are some proper nouns, or you can say particular name of some books, like science book, like English book. Okay, like your book The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. These are some proper nouns. Now I come to the other kinds of noun. Collective noun. It is the names of groups of people or animals and collections of things. You know that this is all the collections of things, all the collections and the groups of people are called the collective nouns. Like some examples are here: people, team, army, navy. You can see that there are many peoples combined together in all these. Like animals, herd of cattle, shoal of fish. Okay, these are groups of animals. Like thing, bunch of flowers, bunch of grapes. Bouquet, bouquet is also a group of flowers. Okay, so these are all collective nouns. Next is abstract noun. Abstract noun means names of qualities, ideas, and emotions. Whenever we give some names of some qualities, some ideas, or some emotions, we call them abstract nouns. Like I have written some examples here. Quality, the example is beauty, or you can say that ugliness, or you can say that some other things like ideas, truth, lies. Okay, some emotions are here which I have given in the form of examples, like anger. These are some of the examples of the abstract nouns. Now I come to the next kind or the last kind of noun, material noun. These are the names of materials from which things are made. Okay, some examples are here. Paper, you can make many things from the paper, like book, newspaper, copy. Leather, leather is also used for manufacturing of many things, like jackets, like bags, like belts. Glass, it is not the drinking glass, it is the glass which is used to make different things, like windows, like screens. Then another material noun is plastic. You can use many things in daily basis made up of plastic, like table, chair, like utensils. Okay. I hope you have understood everything. We have discussed three topics today: parts of speech, articles, and kinds of noun. Okay, I hope you have understood everything very clearly. So please, I'm giving you 2 minutes. After that, you are allowed to ask me questions. I'm not asking any question today. Okay, I am giving you time to ask me any question. Okay, so note down your questions which you want to ask in your rough notebooks, and then I will ask after 2 minutes. Okay, it is your chance. I am not asking today. It is your chance to ask me questions. If you have got any problems, any queries about anything, then you are allowed to ask me questions. I will reply. Okay, don't write your names, your classes. I have already taken your attendance. There is no need to write your roll numbers or your names here. If you have any questions, please ask me, because you have a lot of time here, 5 minutes at least, so you can ask me any questions. Alina, your question is that monthly test will be MCQs based. Yes, it is. I have already told you that the English language test as well as the English literature test is MCQs based. You just have to choose the correct answer, but you have only one chance to um, attempt the quiz. So please be very careful when you are choosing the answers. Okay, so please. Yes, Alina, I have already given you the answer. Iman, no homework will be given today. Okay, because you are preparing for your monthly assessments. Yes, Abhiya, you have to prepare from your copy as well as your book. Please don't leave anything. You have to prepare. If you want full marks, 25 out of 25, then you should prepare very thoroughly from the book as well as from the copy. Vardha, no homework will be given today. I'm not giving any homework. No, I'm not giving you any assignment today. No homework will be given today, and no class test will be given today. Okay? I'm not taking any class test today. I'm just giving you this lecture, and I will upload the video of this lecture so that if you have missed any point, then you will take the point or get the point from there. Iman, monthly test will be uploaded on 5th of September, because it will I know, I thought you have got the schedule already. I think you have been given the schedule already. You know that on 5th of September there will be language test. So I will upload the test on 5th of September, not now. And I think on 11th of September there will be our literature monthly test. So you will have to prepare the lesson that Huckleberry Finn, it has been included on in the syllabus. So you will have to prepare Huckleberry Finn from the book as well as from the copy. You have done the work of Huckleberry Finn in the copies as well. Yes, Umema, I know that on 5th of September there will be Saturday, but there will be your monthly test. So uh, you have to be prepared for that. And I will upload the test in the morning. You should know that. And you will be given 24 hours, that is the whole one day will be given to you to attempt the quiz, but you have only one chance to attempt it. There will be no other chance. If you have done the mistakes in the first attempt, then it will be considered, uh, or it will be checked only. Iman, the monthly test will be of 25 marks. I hope you understood that. We have already taken the class test, which were of 10 marks. Now I want to tell you about again that some of you have not made the portions in the copies, English literature and English language copies. Please, please, please make the proper portions in English literature as well as English language copies, because I'm not asking any questions on Sheikh today. I'm giving you chance to ask me questions. If you have got any queries, any problems, then ask me. Okay? You have more time here. You can ask me. Miram, if you have got any question, or any one of you, if you have got any question about the today's topic or about any other thing in language and literature, please ask me, because today is a very good time to ask any questions. One more thing I want to discuss, I have already discussed that you have to make proper portions in English literature and English language copies, and the English literature and English language copies are of 300 pages, so you can easily make the portions. And please make the index of first portion at the front side, and at, the index of back portion at the back side. On Sheikh, you are asking me how many questions are in monthly test. These are 25. Okay, because monthly test is of 25 marks, so it means it contains 25 MCQs. Like class test is of 10 marks, so it contains 10 MCQs. I hope you are understanding and you are listening me very carefully. So for 25 questions, you have to prepare from your book as well as from your copy. These are very easy, but I'm telling you again and again that you have got only one chance to attempt it. So please, whenever you are attempting it, then you will be very careful in choosing the right answer. Anything else which you want to ask? Any one of you? If you want to ask any other question, please ask me, because I'm going to end my lecture. No question? Okay. Wish you very good luck for your monthly test. Okay. Wish you very good luck for your monthly test. Be prepared for that. And okay, I'm going to end my lecture here. Allah Hafiz.